Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Descendants franchise moments.
Carlos, you've never actually met a dog, have you?
Of course not.
Before you go, tell your mama Gaston says hi, and also tell your dad that my dad wishes he finished off your dad when he had the chance.
I don't know how to start girl talk.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the best moments from all three Descendants movies. We won't be including any musical moments because those have a list of their own.
I'm rotten to the core, rotten to the core. I'm rotten to the core. Who could ask for more?
What's your favorite moment from the Descendants franchise? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Video Chat, Descendants.
Can I please see a remote? Thing on. God, it's broken.
There are many uplifting moments throughout this franchise, but we'd be remiss not to mention this more somber one. The VKs may believe that they're rotten to the core, but this interaction with their parents shows us that all they really want is to impress them.
Hi, Mom. Mal! I miss you.
You children are never far from our thoughts.
I got it.
They just want to be loved. It's the first time we really see just how horrible the villains are to their kids. The VKs are attempting to engage in some family bonding, but all their parents are concerned with is how far along they are in the plan to steal Fairy Godmother's wand and break the barrier.
I don't know what I'll do if I don't get my hands on that magic wand. You little nugget that I love so much.
With parents this cruel, it's a wonder they're able to find good in themselves at all. But more on that later. Number 9, Family Talk, Descendants 2.
We need to talk.
Yeah. No.
No?
Speaking of family, the VKs formed their own together, but sometimes Mal and Evie exclude the boys in favor of sister talk. When Mal is having doubts about her life in Oridon, Evie tries to pull her aside to talk it out, but Carlos isn't having it.
You guys are always going off in a huddle, whispering your girl talk stuff or whatever. And Jay and I are tired of it.
He tells them they shouldn't always exclude him and Jay from the conversation. They are all family, and whatever is wrong, they should get through it together. He makes them sit down and talk about their feelings. It's really cool to see Carlos stand up for himself when he's feeling left out. He knows his worth in the group and is owning it. It's also nice to watch the VKs open up to each other.
I don't know how to start girl talk.
Number 8, Carlos meets Dude, Descendants.
Ben! Ben, help me! This thing is a killer!
As Cruella de Vil's son, Carlos has been taught that dogs are vicious killers. So, naturally, he grew up with an all-consuming fear of them.
Carlos, they have dogs in Oridon.
Oh no, I'm not going.
Oh!
But when he meets Dude, the school mascot, everything changes. At first, he runs away from the dog screaming in horror, but after one look into his puppy dog eyes, Carlos falls in love and the two become best friends.
You're a good boy, aren't you?
The moment between them is so sweet. It's one of the first moments we start to see the VKs turn towards good, but more importantly, it's the start of one of the most precious relationships in the whole franchise.
This dog loves me, and I love him. And FYI, your dog is stuffed.
Oh.
Number 7, Mal and Ben's first date, Descendants. It was undeniably magical when Ben proposed to Mal in the third movie. But we can't forget where it all started. Mal used a love potion on Ben in order to steal the fairy godmother's wand.
Mal, will you go to the coronation with me?
Yes!
But when they go on their first date, she realizes that she's developing real feelings for him. She sings an epic song about not knowing how to follow her heart because she's never felt love before. And Ben tells Mal again that he loves her, which we find out later was sincere because her potion washed off in the enchanted lake.
I told you that I loved you. What about you? Do you love me?
As far as fairy tale romances go, this is one for the storybooks. Number 6, The Pier Battle, Descendants 2.
Before you go, tell your mama Gaston says hi, and also tell your dad that my dad wishes he finished off your dad when he had the chance.
This fight is epic. With all the fairy tale characters, there are a lot of magic and creatures throughout the film, but this one is a good old-fashioned sword fight. The VKs, Ben and Lonnie join together as a super team to fight Uma and her band of pirates. The fight is really cool, but the scene also serves as a spectacular piece of storytelling and character development. We also learn a lot about Uma during this fight, and see that even though Ben had good intentions with his plan to bring the VKs to Auradon, it had some adverse side effects. Number 5. Hades saves Audrey, Descendants 3.
Thank you for coming.
Didn't have much choice.
If you thought Maleficent was bad, Hades is supposed to be the worst of the worst. And yet, Hades willingly saves Audrey with his ember. He easily could have used it to fight off the guards and escape once he was unshackled, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to use my hands.
He also makes the insightful remark to the royals that since Audrey is one of yours, she will likely face no consequences for her actions, while all the villains get tossed away.
When you guys tried to destroy the world, it's an error in judgment. But when it's one of us, let's lock him up, throw away the key.
For an evil god of the underworld, he does make a solid point. He doesn't even get anything out of the situation, except maybe finally making up with Mal. The moment even inspires Mal and Ben to finally give Audrey a long overdue apology.
I have owed you an apology for a very long time now.
Number 4. Mal vs. Uma, Descendants 2.
Uma, I know you. You are so much more than just a villain. And you have to believe me because I've been there.
In the final battle of the second movie, Mal and Uma face off. Uma takes the form of a giant octopus, and Mal discovers that she has a dragon form.
Come on, Mal! Let's finish this once and for all!
Nobody puts a love spell on Ben except Mal. Not cool, Uma. The monster fight is pretty cool, but we also get to see the type of king that Ben really wants to be.
The fighting has got to stop! Nobody wins this way! We have to listen and respect each other!
He opts for peace, and tries to convince Uma to be a part of the solution. And though Uma isn't ready for that, she does choose to walk or swim away from the fight. The whole thing is a ton of character development, wrapped up in a monster fight. Number 3. Mal and Uma vs. Audrey, Descendants 3.
Help me, Mal! Yes, save your little friend, Mal!
They started out as enemies, then reluctant allies, but here they really become friends. After struggling to work together the entire movie, and after the revelation of Mal's deceit, it didn't seem like these two would ever be on the same page. But when Audrey captures Celia, the two put their differences aside to help the new VK.
We're stronger together. Stronger together. I'm right here, Mal. Regain your might and ignite. I'm right here, girl. I'm right here.
Mal uses Hades' ember and Uma her seashell to overpower Audrey and save Auradon. Though they are both pretty powerful on their own, they discover that they are stronger together. Number 2. Taking down the barrier, Descendants 3.
It's time for new beginnings. The barrier will come down. Yes!
The decision to take down the barrier for good is the perfect happy ending for this story. When Audrey is so hurt that she turns to evil, and Uma stays to help save Auradon even though Mal lied about releasing the other VKs, Mal realizes that there is good and bad in everyone.
We are all capable of good and bad, no matter which side of the barrier we come from.
Simply locking up the scary people is no solution. Some of the Auradon kids, like Audrey and Chad, are capable of very evil things, and some of the villain kids like Uma and Harry Hook can be quite heroic. It fulfills Ben's dream as king, and represents the full circle journey of Mal's character.
To make the world a better place, we have to do it face to face.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. VK Day, Descendants 3.
First, I would like to begin with the granddaughter of Lady Tremaine, daughter of Drizella, my sweet, sweet friend, my Dizzy.
Lonnie becomes team captain, Descendants 2.
Jay, hold on here. We don't break the rules here in Auradon. That's over on the aisle.
The team shall be comprised of a captain and 8 men. So, give it up for your new team captain.
Whoa, what?
Thank you.
Carlos asks Jane to Cotillion, Descendants 2.
Would you be my date for Cotillion? And if you don't absolutely hate me by the end of it, would you consider maybe being more than friends?
Doug stands up for Evie, Descendants.
It will be my recommendation that you are expelled.
Mr. DeLay, that isn't fair. Obviously, she wasn't cheating since she didn't have that whatever it is.
Called magic.
You're not helping. Maybe she needed another pencil.
Actually,
really, don't help.
Dog Talk, Descendants 2.
Man, that thing was nasty. And you? You just gotta man up. And while you're at it, scratch my butt.
You heard him?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The VKs vs. Maleficent, Descendants.
Mal, give me the wand.
Stand back.
It's an inspiring moment when the VKs choose to be good. Their whole lives, they've been told that they were destined to be bad, but they realize that they don't have to follow the same path as their parents.
I think I want to be good.
You are good.
How do you know that?
Because I'm listening to my heart.
Being rotten to the core isn't what makes them happy. Being with their friends is what truly fulfills them. The VKs abandon the plot to destroy the barrier so their parents can overrun Auradon, and instead fight together against Maleficent to save their new family. Mal's speech about love and friendship will bring a tear of joy to your eyes as the villain kids become the heroes that were always inside them.
Us being friends makes me really happy. Not destroying things. I choose good, you guys.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.